Ba, 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 nah. Hello, welcome to TV Aftermath. In case you haven't noticed or you've been following us on Twitter last night, I'm cover How I Met Your Mother just ended after nearly a decade, and well, before I can actually review, before I get to the actual review part of it, I guess just to go into some background of like how I see myself qualified to review it. And I haven't seen like every single episode of How I Met Your Mother, but I've seen enough of it on reruns and just streaming it just to kill time that like I know I've seen at least like half the episodes, so I'm very much comfortable with these characters, and I know like generally most of the all the like the weird running jokes and callbacks. Though I don't think I ever remember where Blah Blah Girl came from. But anyway, I know enough about How I Met Your Mother to familiarize myself with the characters and grow attached to them. Of course, I was fairly excited to see the series finale until Twitter the East Coast spoiled everything and basically said and all like basically said it's the worst thing since the Dexter series finale. Where if you haven't already noticed, spoilers, he somehow escapes and becomes a lumberjack, but I don't even know how that happens. But anyway, and like all like the big favorite people, like all like the big some of the big professional TV critics, like on Sephiroth was like, this series finale is so bad it retroactively ruins everything else I liked about the show. And so after, okay, so like I have that all that negative build up before that, and then on top of that, I actually have to watch the darn thing, and do the live tweet for it, and then just taking today, Tuesday, to just sort of think about it for a little bit. It's definitely a divisive series finale, though. Like for a show like that, well, like for a show that's had a biggest following as it did, and like initially had the reputation for being very, to an extent, innovative and or just really just great for the pseudo multicam sitcom, even though ultimately it should have been more of a single cam sitcom that was, yeah, something. No mind. But anyway, uh it's not yeah, it wasn't exactly what all of us I was expecting. I mean, I was expect like for a show that lasted as long, I was expecting something more along the lines of the Office series finale, which was well, granted, it was like probably somewhat self-congratulatory and kind of bloated, but at least that show gave the fans what it wanted, and no one complained about it. It wasn't probably the best series finale you'd like that show probably should have been building up to based on like the kind of reputation or the themes that it had, but at least it was. Sorry, just the glare is bothering me. I'll think about it. The glare, but anyway, like it was at least it was at least it was at least a finale that a lot of fans could agree on, and like said like, yeah, I loved it. And this one, it was very much divisive. Just to get out of the way, well, like besides the ending, the whole structure and the whole matter of just writing the whole thing is very muddled because again, if you follow the Media Misfits Twitter, which feel free to, I try to do live tweet sessions pretty much as much as I can. I won't do one for tonight's Agent of Shield, but keep up with us. We try to live tweet every now and then. But I just realized I'm doing but uh it's again like right down to like the way the whole finale is structured through, because basically by minute 5, he technically has already met her, and then even throughout that whole, he officially met the mother, Tracy, and then for that entire Wi-Fi, but for that effectively for that entire hour, she's in it. She's in it for 10 minutes at best, which is kind of worrisome. So effectively about let's be generous. About a third as long as like she's had in the entire ninth season prior. But yeah, the show's got to me. It got me to do butt ups. Let me think about it. But again, like, granted, it is a show that's about sending off the actual characters we've grown attached to. But since the night, but like even more, like the whole structure of that last episode was basically the fallout of breaking down the like effectively an entire season's worth of plot. I mean, granted, it's only 3 days. It's technically only 3 days worth of time, but effectively, like by minute 20, by like the second or third commercial break, Barney and Robin's wedding, the whole thing we've been building up to for a season and a half, done. After 3 years, just gone. We give up. And that's an amazing waste of time. You have no idea. Especially with all the complaints everyone put up with. And, like, I'm sure, like, it's not like, I don't think anyone's, like, a diehard fan for Robin and Barney as much as probably, like, Ted and... As much as Ted and, Robin, at least, like, around season 2-ish. Season 1, season 2. But, like, it was a relationship that the show eventually got us, like, sort of stuck us with, and eventually we grew enough to care, just based on, like, the previous, like, 6 seasons-ish. And then, yeah. And then, in fact, just to get that over with within, like, before, like, even the half-hour mark of the whole finale, it's an amazing waste of time! Amazing waste of time! And then and then you have the whole, like, Robin has a new job, so therefore she's gone from the group, and the group effectively breaks apart for, like, long stretches of time, and the show keeps going flash forward, even within the flashback. Heck, and the whole time, like, the mother's not there at all. She's barely doing anything. She's only popping up to say, we're not married yet, but we have a kid. We have another kid. And, like, I was thinking, like, back when they announced the ninth season, or like when halfway through the 8th season, and they were still doing negotiations for the show. I was thinking how literally could they take the series title, and I was thinking maybe like, okay, the introducer and like the second to last season's finale, and then the final season would be her as an actual part of the group, and then halfway through, like the 13th episode, she's like, well, you banged me without a condom, so we're pregnant, and then the series finale would end up with, like, the birth of his children, which are twins. Well, I forgot the exact name of the whole, like, brother-sister twins. But, like, that's literally the finale, like, and then, like, he proposes to her right on the spot. It's like, that's literally how I met your mother. Or something like that. Like, your mother, literally. And then, the whole, like, she's dead, and then reused footage they shot back all the way in the second season, so that way they didn't have to keep paying the two teenagers to keep sort of keep standing by. And they basically had to play a bunch of plot gymnastics to make sure Marshall and Lily had a happy ending. Barney eventually had to stop doing his whole playbook shtick, and just, like, of course, eventually he would accidentally knock someone up and discover unconditional love. And then the whole Aunt Robin's been in love with Ted the whole time, and so is he. And so for the last 20 years, however long the like internal chronology of the show is, it's like, you love Aunt Robin, just go and bring your blue French horn, which you still never returned, I guess, or just stole again. I'm fine with I'm fine with, like, I'm sort of okay with that, because it had that whole, like, happy ending-ish feeling. But it was just not, again, it was like just not built up like it, like you think they would for this final season. Like Carter Carter Bays is, I think it was like I don't remember the exact like creator. I just know their like the last name thing. But like Carter Bay and Craig Thomas or something. But it's I think I read it on it was either Hitfix or AV Club, which was like eventually they were too smart for their own good right from like the pilot with the on Robin line, and they had to, and then like the whole time for the last like 8 years basically they had to sort of play these plot gymnastics in order to so give them a sense of plot progression, but so also eventually get the ending that like Ted and Robin get together at the end, and the whole thing. It's like I'm generally okay with that because again, like a lot of series finales, like of course they want to end up basically back where they are, basically the hero's journey type thing, and he basically does. Same apartment thing. She looks out the window. French holds up the French horn. How I Met Your Mother end credit thing. But it didn't feel built like given what they showed us is not. It did not tell us what we wanted or like what we were supposed to be expecting, and I guess that's in its own way that's a testament to how they wrote the thing. But it just felt like it didn't have like the right proper build up or character development. Even though, well, great. Even though, and look, it's even like with the Sunrise episode, you think he's done, and when Robin figured out that he found her locket, even he was like very quick to just say, no, you're with Barney, and like, well, okay, but well, to say, just try to sort of summarize that whole tangent about the ending. I'm fine with the pairing, sort of. Just wasn't built up, and I wanted more Christine Milioti. She was a fantastic element. She's the only like, she's like the whenever she was on screen, that whole ninth season just sort of seemed to sparkle. That whole ninth season, Robin sparkled. But the rest of the finale, fine, I guess. I mean, there wasn't that whole like, there isn't as many elements. Again, it wasn't like the Office finale where it was exactly self-congratulatory. I was thinking like right when they started and that they had the whole initial scene at the bar. It's like I thought that was gonna be like the majority of this thing of the whole like finale, just like seeing these characters for the last time, just interacting with each other, going through another hijinks, just going over like just shooting the shit type stuff. But again, I think the problem with the finale is just like it got way too caught up in its whole the whole plot gymnastics thing that like it couldn't get to again really set up a proper like ending for everyone. Like the episode's building up to the finale, like Gary Blauman, what was the episode? Let's see. How Your Mother Met Me. Stuff like the last like 4 or 5 episodes before the finale. That did a great job. That had a better sense of sending off these characters and all the inside stuff than the actual finale did. But well, I think that's about all I have to say. Plus, I don't want to keep bothering you guys with having to press my iOS notification thing. But anyway, that's my thoughts on the How I Met Your Mother finale. Not a great finale, but at least one that sort of, I obviously, like, the reaction that it had, and of course my reaction shows this series really meant something to a lot of people, and I'm happy to, like, sort of join it for the last few years, like, since I actually started watching it. Again, thanks for watching. If I get this uploaded in time, depending on when this actually gets uploaded to the YouTube channel, I should have my TV aftermath for the pre Captain America Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode. If not, look out for that. And yeah, that's TV aftermath for the How I Met Your Mother finale. Anyway, thanks for watching. Keep up, and see you later. See you guys later.